Communication is simply the act of transferring information from one place, person, or group to another. Every communication involves at least one sender, a message, and a recipient. Man cannot live alone in this world. We want to share knowledge, ideas, feelings, etc. with others, which can be only done through communication. Therefore, communication is an important and complex subject to study. So, communication is a process of exchanging information from one person to another, right? Communication, it is a process of exchanging information, ideas, thoughts, feelings, emotions, etc. with the help of speech, signal, writing, or through our behavior. So, development of communication. Communication existed in various forms since man appeared on earth, but it was disorganized. Communication was not well developed or not fully developed. Primitive ways of communication was earlier when man appeared on earth, the way of communication was cave painting by species of men. They used to paint on caves. That happened around 1300 BC. So they used to print on caves from juices of fruits and berries, colored minerals, or animal blood. Later, the man started to communicate through drums and smoke signals, like to give signals to their group members, etc. So, chronological order of communication is categorized as follows. The first is age of signs and signals. So, as man appeared on earth, communication also existed. Man tried to communicate with his community in one or the other way. The first one was age of signs and signals. So, man used to communicate by giving signals to his community or fellow members through beating drums or making sounds, or giving signals through creating smoke by lighting fire and creating smoke, or pigeon services, sending letters or indicating message through pigeons. Sounds like man also made sounds like growls or grunts. In the evolution of man, earlier sound system was not fully evolved, so man was not able to properly make sounds out of his throat, but man was not able to speak, but he was able to make sounds like growling or grunting. So the next age was age of speech and language. Age of speech and language began when man started to civilize. When civilization began, speech and language also started evolving. Man developed skull structure, tongue, and voice box. So voice box was developed in the age of speech and language. The next age was age of writing. Letters, pictures, drawings, symbols, etc. The next age of communication was the age of printing. So, through carving wooden blocks, stone tablets, or metal plates, communication was started. In 15th century, John Gutenberg, a goldsmith from Germany, gave us movable types and mechanical printing press. So, in the 15th century, printing press was started, through which communication was facilitated to mass or to larger peoples. So printing press was used and writing or printing age was developed. Next is age of mass communication. Mid 9th century, or in the middle of the 9th century, telegraphy was invented, which helped in development of radio and television broadcasting technology. Radio broadcasting began in 1920 and television started in 1940. Later, satellite TV, cable, VCR, WWW also were discovered or invented. So, communication, right from the age of signs and signals to the present age, communication is keep on developing. So, later, after satellite TV, cable TV, VCR, etc., now the fastest and the efficient way of communicating is SNS, social networking sites, or with the help of internet we communicate wherever we are to the person who is wherever. So the communication has been developed or facilitated in a better way. So communication is kept on improving since the age when man appeared on earth, and till now it is going on or developing continuously. So communication is well developed now with the help of social media or with the help of internet, etc. So you all know that how we communicate with each other, right? So there are many types of communication. People communicate with each other in a number of ways that depend upon the message and its context in which it is being sent. Types of communication. People communicate with each other in a number of ways that depends upon the message and its contact in which it is being sent. So, communication are divided into various types based on the context, like on the basis of direction of flow, or on the basis of channels used, or on the basis of pattern or model. So the first type of communication is on the basis of channels used or medium used, that is verbal communication and non-verbal communication. What is verbal communication? Verbal communication refers to the form of communication in which message is transmitted verbally, like message is transmitted through speaking or talking. Communication is done by word of mouth and a piece of writing. So communication done through you making use of words or making use of speech or talking is known as verbal communication. So in verbal communication, it is very important to keep it short and simple. Verbal communication is further divided into oral communication and written communication. Oral communication means spoken words are used. It includes face to face talking, conversations through telephones, video, radio, television, voice over internet, etc. Communication is influenced by the pitch, volume, and speed and clarity of speaking. Oral communication means speaking through words or talking. So advantages of oral communication is it brings quick feedback. As soon as the person hears what you are talking, the feedback is received. So he replies when the person who hears you talking replies as soon as you stop talking, right? So here the person gets quick feedback. In a face-to-face conversation, by reading facial expressions and body language, one can guess whether he or she should trust what's being said or not. So by watching the facial expression and body language, we can decide the sincerity of the sender or speaker. But the disadvantage is that user is unable to deeply think about what the sender is telling. So this can be counted as a fault. So as oral communication is done within quick access, or it is done in an instant process, recording of that is not possible. So the person who speaks cannot correct his mistake, right? So once spoken is spoken, he cannot correct the mistakes while he speaks, right? But The next type is written communication. In written communication, written signs or symbols are used to communicate. In written communication, message can be transmitted with the help of email, letter, reports, memo, text messages, etc., or with the help of the new trend or current trend is SNS, social networking sites or social media, etc., are also helpful in written communication. Written communication is the most common form of communication used in businesses. So, written communication is also a formal type of communication. Whenever a business or a written communication is a formal type of communication. Whenever a corporate or a business person or any organization deals with any matter, the written communication is used. Letters, correspondence, or documents, contracts, etc., are used in formal way of communication. Therefore, written communication is very reliable because they can be recorded for future purposes, and while doing written communication it can be edited if any mistake occurs. Clear? But in verbal communication, once a person speaks something, it cannot be edited, right? So that is the drawback of verbal communication. But in written communication it can be edited, the mistakes can be corrected, and also they can be recorded for future references and as backup. Written communication, therefore, it is very commonly used. The advantages of written communication are messages can be edited and revised. Written communication provides record and backup. A written message enables receiver to fully understand it and send appropriate feedback. Disadvantages: written communication does not bring instant feedback, whereas in oral communication it brings instant feedback. It takes more time in composing a written message as compared to word of mouth or verbal communication. Clear? Next is non-verbal type of communication. Non-verbal communication is sending or receiving of wordless message. Here words are not used in this kind of communication. Communication done by making use of gestures, body language, posture, tone of voice, or facial expression is called as non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication means communicating with the help of making signals, symbols, or with the facial expressions, movement of body or body language, etc. is known as non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is all about the body language of the speaker. There are many ways where non-verbal communication is used. One of them is, we have seen it in traffic police, right? So non-verbal communication is a type of communication where we use body language, gestures, facial expressions, etc. So we can even communicate with our facial expression, right? Whenever we see a person, before speaking, what do we do? We communicate with them with a smile, right? So smile or is a kind of facial expression. So it is the most effective way of communication. So communicating by making use of facial expression is a type of non-verbal communication, or using any signals, making use of our fingers, hands, etc., we can communicate. Non-verbal communication has three elements. First one is appearance. The appearance of the speaker, such as clothing, hairstyle, neatness, use of cosmetics, etc. Next is surrounding. The environment or the place which surrounds us, like room, size of the room, lighting, decoration, furnishings, etc. Next is body language, such as facial expressions, gestures, and postures. Gesture is a form of non-verbal communication in which visible bodily actions are used to communicate, such as movement of hands, shaking hands, or like saluting to pay respect. So just in other words, gestures are body movements that express something. So making signals or symbols using our hands, arms, etc. So gesture is defined as moving your body in a way that conveys a feeling or emotion. So you use your body to convey your feeling or emotions. While talking, we make use of hands to show the impact of that communication, or to show the impact of how we are talking is known as gestures. While talking, we make use of our hands, right? So that is also a kind of gesture. Saluting, shaking hands, greetings, doing namaste, etc. are all examples of gestures. Next is sounds. So we can also show the impact of communication by making use of sounds such as voice tone, raising the voice tone, raising the pitch, to show the meaning of the words we are communicating, or volume, rate of speech, either we talk slowly or we talk with speed, etc. Are the types of communications on the basis of communication channel used, that is verbal and non-verbal communication. So for communication is, there are further types of communication on the basis of direction of flow. So it's communication on the basis of it at which the communication flows, like upward communication. Upward communication means from superior to subordinates. When a boss communicates with his subordinates or with his employees is known as upward communication. For example, if the principal instructs or speaks with the employees, with the teachers and students, that is known as upward communication, the communication from superior to subordinates. Next type is downward communication. Downward communication means when the subordinate talks or communicates to the superior. When students or the teachers communicate with the principal is known as downward communication. Communication from the subordinates to the superior. So when employees communicate with the boss, that is known as downward communication. Next type is horizontal or lateral communication. So horizontal or lateral communication means communication between equal status. So when you communicate with your friends, when teachers communicate within themselves, one teacher communicates with other teacher, or when employees communicates, one employee communicates with the other employee, this is known as horizontal or lateral communication. Example, communication between colleagues, classmates, etc. So these are the kinds of or types of communication on the basis of direction of flow. Next type of communication is on the basis of the way it moves, like linear or one way model. So linear communication means it is a one way communication where only the sender speaks and the receiver receiver receives the message. When the sender speaks and the receiver receives, but receiver does not give feedback, is known as one way communication. The flow of information is in one direction. The sender sends the message and receiver receives the message and reads it, but he cannot give feedback, is known as linear communication or one way model of communication. This kind of communication is inactive or passive, because the sender cannot understand how the whether the receiver has understood the message or not, because he does not get any feedback. Next is interactional communication or interactional pattern of communication. It is also known as two-way model of communication, where the sender sends the message, receiver receives the message and gives feedback. So this is the most effective and widely used pattern of communication. because both the sender and the receivers are active in this type of communication. So these are the types of communications. Thank you.